Did you know that 95% of the time we're operating in unconscious mode, which means we're on autopilot and we're not even aware of the reactions we're having? Being more aware and being more conscious is critical to having a more powerful presence in the world and maximizing our impact. In today's Power Presence Makeover moment, I want to remind you of how every single moment people are watching you. And they're watching your example as a leader, and they're watching everything you do, and they're making up a story about it. So if you're operating from unconscious mode, there are pretty severe consequences. Several years ago, I worked for a large global publishing company, and I worked for the CEO of one of the publications there. One morning, we were entering the building, and I was in the elevator with a bunch of other employees, and the CEO walked into the elevator. She gets in the elevator, and she had this look on her face as if somebody had died. She walked in. She acknowledged her head to everyone, and then just kept looking down. She stormed out of the elevator and went on her way, and then the elevator started going up. And so everybody else in the elevator started talking. And what were they saying? Oh my gosh, we're being bought. Seriously, the true story, that's exactly what the conversation was about. It was about how our publication was being bought. Now, was that true? Absolutely not. Of course we weren't being bought. But the interpretation of the mood, of her face, of the way she was normally friendly to everyone, and this time she said nothing to everyone and was actually in a huff, made them think that something was seriously happening to the company. Now, as someone who worked for her directly, I immediately, took the elevator down a couple floors, went to her office, walked in her office, closed the door and said, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" And she looked at me, puzzled, and said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, in the elevator." And she looked at me again, like, "What do you mean in the elevator?" I said, "Well, you walked in the elevator and you had this look on your face." "Oh, that. I had a fight with my husband this morning and he just made me so mad." So there you go. That was the story. The real story, the real intention was she had a fight with her husband and she was really huffed and puffed, and she was she was coming into the building after having this huffy fight with her husband. Happened to you? Happened to anybody, right? Look at what the impact of being unaware of her environment had on the organization. So now there's this story circulating that the publication is being sold. Sounds crazy, but this happens all the time. Everything you do, everything you say, every facial expression is being interpreted because you're on display as a leader. You're representing the company. It's almost like you're a celebrity. We talk about celebrities running around, but you are a celebrity. People are watching you, and they're watching what you model. They're watching the choices you make. They're watching what you say. Power Present Makeover moment is to stop and become more conscious. The choices we make, the thoughts we have, the actions we have, there's a pause there. Pause. Think, is this how I want to show up in this moment? When you come in the building in the morning and you're in a really bad mood, that mood will spread to the organization. It'll spread to everyone. Pause. Don't let your emotions, your thoughts, and your unconscious mind rule you. That's a Power Presence Makeover moment. Think about it. Thanks for watching. And remember this, I say this at the end of every one of my videos, and it's so apropos with today's video. Every single moment you have a choice. What you say, what you do, and how you make people feel. Pause and make those choices wisely and intentionally, because those choices, every single moment, are who you become.